Honestly, I'm not against a total ban of commercial tobacco advertising, as well as creating more smoke-free zones in public spaces. It's only fair, but those vile, in-your-face, graphic health warnings on cigarette packs in your face, that's where I draw the line. As a consumer, I would like to make a public statement here. I think that this evil health strategy doesn't work for me. It is irresponsible, it is disrespectful towards smokers, and it is counterproductive. Let me clarify myself. I agree that this kind of shocking tactics may have a marginal effect on casual smokers, but I totally disagree that these tactics have a lasting positive impact on people with serious smoking habits. Just like a threat of a death penalty wouldn't stop a serious committed criminal from committing another crime, or like bombing a country wouldn't stop the resistance. It's a well-known fact. Use of force only breeds more resistance. Negativity breeds negativity. In quantum physics, it's called the law of attraction.
Attraction doesn't care whether you perceive something to be good or bad, or whether you don't want it or whether you do want it.
Or looking at something that you do not want and you shout no at it, you are actually not pushing it away. Instead, you are activating the very thought of what you do not want, and now law of attraction is lining those things up for you all.
The more you talk about what you don't want, or talk about how bad it is, read about all of that all the time, and then say, oh, how terrible it is, well, you're creating more of that.
The new images shown to focus groups suggest that the Department of Health wants pictures to be memorable for their medical shock value and ability to impose feelings of guilt among smokers. A recently released focus group report states that the current graphic color images on the packs lose their impact on smokers over time, and the new ones should be found to replace them. A chairman of the Opponents of Smoking Association in Australia, it's Obert Corby, said, I quote, "Our target is to remove brand names from the packets. Instead of this, every brand will be referred with a specific number. In addition, we want to put pictures of coffins, cut off arms and legs on packets to make them more effective." That's fucking sick. Okay, never mind the moral side of this proposition. Let's look at it from a different perspective. These vile images are being publicized in the name of health. Do they promote health? I think no. You cannot promote health using this vile and negative energy. You cannot promote a healthy and positive lifestyle by using these negative, powerful affirmations, which create only more psychological trauma for the end user. Think about it. If you are repeatedly being told that you are getting sick, or that you are sick, or that your habits are sick, you're more likely to get sick for real. These ads are negative affirmations and are harmful for anybody who sees them, and are especially harmful for the smokers. Now, does it look like a caring and responsible strategy for the health authorities to adopt? I think not.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
So here is my point. No responsible government in the world would ever allow to demonize its law-abiding citizens, especially if they didn't break the law. It's immoral and it is not constitutional. And another thing that pisses me off is how the government slap their names on the campaigns and at the same time receive millions of dollars in tax from these products. Going by half the studies these days, pretty much everything is bad for you. Can give you cancer or create heart and lungs problems or any other bloody diseases. Now, if we use the model of the fate of the cigarette, it is a sure bet that soon alcohol products will follow the same fate. And what about sugar, or junk food, or cars, or the air that we breathe in polluted cities, just to name a few? And how about tattooing newborn babies with health warnings? If the health authorities and various anti-smoking groups really want to help its smoking fellow citizens to quit smoking, they should abandon this subhuman and repulsive strategy of scare tactics and adopt a more sensible and positive approach. The way I see it, the new anti-smoking strategy can be divided in three major parts. Okay, first point, personal responsibility. Here we talk to smokers about their personal health issues in an intelligent, positive and respectful way. Instead of focusing on negative side effects, we focus on the positive benefits that they will get if they decide to quit. Second point, social and environmental responsibility. Here, instead of demonizing smokers, we try to reason with them in a respectful and polite fashion. The logic is pretty simple. When you show respect, you get respect back. The fourth point, the government's responsibility. The policy of formal telling off is not enough to make people stop smoking. To show that the government health authorities really care about its smoking fellow citizens, they should offer a more practical help. One way to do it is to print on cigarette packets a series of tips how to quit smoking. For example, tip number 1. It's easier to quit when a friend quits smoking with you. Or another tip, smoke only in certain places, such as outdoors. Or another tip, change your smoking routines. Keep your cigarettes in a different place. Smoke with your other hand. Don't do anything else while smoking. Think how you feel when you smoke. Why not to create special positive incentives for smokers to quit with different sponsoring partners? For example, it could be anti-smoking Nicorette chewing gum or special anti-smoking skin patches, etc. Quit today and get a free membership in a sports gym, or a voucher for a beauty farm, or 50% off in a health store, etc., etc. And what about introducing special government contracts with smokers who want to quit? For example, a government could offer €1,000 to persons who decided to stop smoking, and if the person breaks the contract and starts smoking again, he or she will be obliged to pay the government back, but with high interest, say €2,000. And so on. One can do lots of positive things by using positive imagination. So here is my conclusion. I hope that the government health authorities and various anti-smoking groups who currently approve this subhuman advertising campaign will take heed and reconsider their approach before it backfires on them. I can clearly imagine that one day smokers all over the world decide that enough is enough, get organized and sue their governments for putting their smokers' health at further risk. Thanks for your attention. Your comments are always welcome.